What's up, everybody? This is the Quarter Guy, and, do you mind if I rant for a little bit? Yeah, first off, sorry for last week. I really had nothing to go with, but, this week I do. You know, I grew up with Nintendo. I can't fault them for everything they do, but once in a while, they do something that makes me shake my head. Happened like a year or two ago with the NES Mini, and now it's happening again with the SNES Mini. Yeah, it's like these are plug-and-play systems that rely heavily on nostalgia, because Nintendo thrives on nostalgia. I mean, they're a company that, for the most part, has lived and died by its classic franchises. Mario, Zelda, Kirby, those kind of stuff. And these were the perfect things to capitalize on them. Unfortunately, making them limited run items has pretty much bitten them in the ass. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. I mean, the demand for the NES Classic was so huge that people were like lining up just for a mere chance to get them. And while Nintendo has promised that there will be more available for the SNES Classic, from what we've seen in the previous week with pre-orders, I'm wondering if they actually learned from that, and it doesn't feel like they have. I mean, mere minutes after pre-orders went live, they were sold out. Sold out. And only for scalpers to show up on eBay and post these new SNES Classics at ridiculous prices, as scalpers often do. And to further that, Toys R Us won't even be given pre-orders. You'll just have to go to a place and try to get them. Keyword being try. And meanwhile, word is that local GameStops are going to be limited to less than 10 units. What the hell? I mean, it boggles my mind that Nintendo has been at least trying to keep up with demand for the Switch, and yet, for something like this, how could they be that short-sighted? It just boggles my mind. I actually heard that the reason that Nintendo actually stopped production of the NES Classic was because of the Switch. I kind of find that hard to believe, and it still boggles the question of why they would cause this kind of trouble with the SNES Classic. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just venting my frustration on this right now. I mean, Nintendo has done a lot of good stuff this year, but this SNES Classic shtick it's frustrating me. I mean, especially since Nintendo's dangling the carrot on the front of the stick with Star Fox 2, I mean, a game that never officially got released, due in part to the coming of the N64. That's the big incentive for the SNES Mini, and the fact that it's still a limited run item is just... Okay. I think I've had enough time to rant, but I want Nintendo to prove me wrong on this. I really, really want them to prove me wrong. Please, Nintendo, prove me wrong. Okay. Meanwhile, updates. There won't be a stream this Saturday because I'll be out of town, and I might not be back on Sunday in time to do a My 25 Cents Worth. But my next countdown is, in fact, a remake of my top 10 least favorite Robot Masters. It's a countdown that I honestly made some bad mistakes on. My opinions have changed somewhat on that, on the ordering and placement of some Robot Masters on the list. And, well, I think I can do better justice to the topic. Especially considering the current state of Capcom. Particularly with Mega Man, and the only thing they've brought out being Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, which, by the way, they currently have no plans of bringing to Switch. and I have no idea why. Switch is popular. There's a lot of money on the table for you, Capcom. Seriously. Meanwhile, this Thursday, August 31st, is the 10th anniversary of Hatsune Miku, the virtual idol who popularized Vocaloid music. So, barring any extenuating circumstances, this Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing a live stream to celebrate with Hatsune Miku Project Idol Future Tone on the PS4. And I'll be opening up song requests to people who donate to my Extra Life campaign. Once again, the link to my Extra Life campaign is down in the description below, so if you want a request, just go to my Extra Life page and leave the song you want me to do in the message with your donation. We'll be celebrating Vocaloids and helping kids at the same time. And as for the Mega Maker Extra Life Challenge, that didn't get a single donation the last time I tried to stream it, but led to a rather rage-filled moment. I'm gonna open that up a bit more, so look out for that. I'll be making a video for that. Anyways, for my question of the week, do you have a favorite Vocaloid song? As always, leave your answers in the comments. Favorite comments will be featured in the next episode. Here are last week's winners. And with that, time for the fourth wall mailbag. As always, send me your questions via YouTube comments and I'll answer my favorites in the next episode. First question this week comes from the Roman Vulcan, who asks, did you see the solar eclipse on Monday? If so, what did you think of it? Well, like I said in my top 10 composers list, I balanced my channel with a 9-to-5 job, so I couldn't really go outside to see the eclipse, but I saw it on the office TVs and wow. I mean, to see something like that is just, it's just beautiful. It would have been nice if I had the chance to go outside with, special glasses or a pinhole viewer, but you don't want to damage your eyes on a solar eclipse, believe me. But it's really something, and I hear the next one is like in 6 years or so, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. Next question comes from Super Prinny, who asks, what's the catchiest anime opening you've ever heard? Well, personally for me, I would have to say Database, the opening theme to Log Horizon. I mean, I like it when Japanese music mixes in some English lyrics. And that's one thing I really like about Database. I mean, it's got a catchy beat, it's got some catchy English lyrics, and it's something I can sing along to. So, yeah. Speaking of which, I really need to watch more of that series. I've only seen the first episode, but it sounds pretty fun. Next question comes from Matthew Streetmatter, who asks, who do you think would win in a fight between Shulk and Kirito? I would have to say Shulk. And that, I haven't seen I have not watched a single episode of Sword Art Online, but based on what happens in Xenoblade Chronicles, particularly near the end, which I will not spoil, Shulk would have an edge over Kirito. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Last question this week comes from the Dark Seraph, who asks, have you got any books that make people curl up permanently in agony? What kind of gamer reads books?